road infrastructural development. NCDC warns Nigerians against rising cholera cases as Kenyan policeman shoots magistrate. Hello, beautiful morning to you and welcome to Breakfast News at 8. I am David Opokwasile. Remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. We begin from Oka here, where the wife of the governor of Anambra State, Mrs. Noye Soludo, has sponsored the enrollment of 1,000 persons with special needs into the Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme. The event, which took place at Governor's Lodge, Amawbia, is the largest ever convergence of such beneficiaries receiving sponsorship from a governor's wife since the scheme began in 2018. We bring you the report.
Who is the founder of the non-governmental crusade Healthy Living with Noye Soludo initiative, said that she was proud to support the beneficiaries who are from 179 communities in the state and that it is free of charge. Addressing the beneficiaries, the governor's wife said that the intervention was a testament to the husband's administration's shared commitment to the well-being of people with special needs, particularly those living in the grassroots. She assured that her husband's administration is working round the clock to ensure that everyone living in Anambra State gets a feel of good governance, adding that Anambra's human capital policies are well designed to explore potentials and give every resident a veritable platform to be on board. The governor's wife noted that the government takes notice of the existence of people with special needs and is working on something for them. Mrs. Soludo pointed out that every one of the beneficiaries would go home fully insured to receive free medical care in selected Anambra-based health facilities of their choice. In her remarks, the Anambra Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Mrs. Ifio Binabo, who also commended the governor's wife for always thinking of humanity, pointed out that the state government was ready for partnerships to expand access to affordable healthcare delivery and improve family welfare packages for all. In his speech, the Anambra State Chairman of the Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities, Comrade Ugochukwu Okeke, while commending Mrs. Soludo for the kind gesture, appealed to the governor's wife to include his members in her healthy living campaign, noting that persons with disabilities are more affected when it comes to the issue of healthy living as a result of different challenges hinging on various nature of disabilities like access to healthcare, social stigma, and discrimination. In their separate appreciation, some of the beneficiaries, Mr. Kensele Godwin and Miss Justina Ikenna, vowed to continue to support the administration and prayed to God to bless Mrs. Soludo's good heart. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme, Dr. Simeon Onyemaechi, wife of the National Chairman of APUGA, Mrs. Amara Ezokemwa, the Anambra State Woman Leader of APUGA, amongst others, were at the event.
Life Care Coalition Outreach, Igwe Davidson Oka for Mercy Kanye Foundation, and the Anambra State Government, through the Ministry of Education, have organized an international training and workshop on social-emotional learning for guidance and counselors in public and private schools in the state. The two-day workshop in Oka had the theme, envisioning an ecological classroom to increase knowledge about social-emotional learning. Our correspondent, Chibuzo Bidike, has a report.
Welcoming the participants, the coordinator of Igwe Davidson Okafor and Mercy Ikanye Foundation, Dr. Chinedu Ikanye, and his Life Care Coalition Outreach counterpart, Mrs. Victoria Obe Anago, revealed that the training is in response to Governor Chukwuma Soludo's call on Ndi Anambra in diaspora to support his efforts to revive all aspects of human, civic, economic, infrastructural, and educational development in the state. They pointed out that the target participants for the training conference is 66 secondary school guidance counselors, zonal coordinators, and representatives. According to them, the goal is for trainers for secondary school guidance counselors to implement a term-based approach to address non-academic factors impacting children's academic success in schools, as they will evaluate a holistic approach to non-academic variables that benefits children, their families, and communities in the state.
We also felt that we need to look at some other aspects of education, teaching and learning that It's beyond literacy and numeracy. Sometimes we think that reading and learning is all about reading and writing. There's more to that. We have to address the socio-emotional needs of the children. You have to be in the right state of mind in order for learning to take place.
Here to train our guidance counselors in Anambra State School Management Board, training them on social emotional learning. We are also training them on their role as a social worker in the school.
On her part, the Director of Educational Services, Post-Primary Schools Service Commission, Mrs. Ogonna Onwoka, revealed that the training is commendable as they will help to redefine the educational system in the state, and assured that the state will ensure the replication of the training to all the councillors to ensure that the expected outcomes are embedded for adequate productivity.
For them to spend their hard-earned money on councillors, making sure that education in Anambra State is going higher. So I encourage it. And it is a welcome idea. I appreciate it.
Earlier in a lecture on the theme of the training, an associate professor of social work, California State University, Stanislaus Torok, California, Dr. Savon Banks, said that the participants have been empowered on classroom management, which incorporates ecological approaches to address the holistic learning experiences of students in order for them to pay more attention to students' behavior, especially on social and emotional learning, so as to get the best out of them.
Using an ecological model, the puzzle's complete, and guidance counselors and academics can find the best solutions to help students become the best students.
Responding on behalf of the participants, Mr. Donatus Wabunze acknowledged that the social and emotional state of students are key in learning and appreciated the organizers of the International Training Workshop for the opportunity given to them. Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
Anambra State House of Assembly has passed a resolution commending Governor Chukwuma Soludo for the construction of the Oyago Abagana Nimbo Road, which is now 90% completed. The House passed a resolution following a motion sponsored by the Deputy Majority Leader, Dr. Jude Apua, during plenary session. Our House of Assembly correspondent, Emmanuel Chibata, tells us more.
Leading the debate, Dr. Apua, who represents Njikoka Constituency 2, stated that the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, entrusted the state with the responsibility of providing adequate facilities to encourage free mobility of people, goods, and services throughout the Federation. Dr. Apua maintained that the construction of Oyago Abagana Nimbo Road was awarded by Governor Soludo's administration in line with keeping his campaign promises to the people of Njikoka Constituency 2. The lawmaker, while commending Governor Soludo for his intervention, revealed that the road has been neglected by previous administrations after making several campaign promises. He stated that the Oyago Abagana Nimbo Road, when completed, will improve the connectivity of towns and foster the economic well-being of the people of the area. Dr. Apua lost Governor Soludo for setting standard in road infrastructure and restoring the hope and confidence of Anambra.
This is a road that has economic importance to the state. This is a road that has meaningful landmarks in the area. This is a road that has connectivity to other towns and Nimbo and other communities in the state. Today, our people are rejoicing. Our constituents are very, very happy that this road is about to complete. We cannot call this governor alone. This is a governor that is dynamic. He's a prudent governor. That is why everybody is keen in.
Supporting the motion, the majority leader, Sir Iken Nokodeme, the member representing Njikoka Constituency 1, Honorable Chedi Ibemeka, Engineer Emmanuel Nwafo representing Olumba South Constituency, Honorable Patrick Udoba representing Anambra West, and Honorable Fred Ezemwa representing Onitsha South Constituency 1 in their separate submission said Governor Soludo is a man of his words. They affirmed that the road construction was solidly done with a good drainage system to control ecological disasters within that area.
There is no opportunity for people of Nimbo to come go across Umowere without passing through Enugu or communities around. But this road, the governor during his campaign, he came and made promises, And within a very short time, he was able to not just constructing this road, but creating a drainage system to control ecological problems, ecological disaster within that territory.
The Speaker, Right Honorable Somto Udeze, who presided over the plenary, read out the resolution, which was supported through a voice vote by the lawmakers.
On the construction of Oyago and Baduna in Road. Those in support of this motion say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Governor Chukwuma Soludo has visited the scene where a 5-story building under construction at Dennis Memorial Grammar School on Nature collapsed on the early hours of Wednesday. When ABS visited the scene of the incident, Governor Soludo, represented by his deputy, Dr. Onyeka Chukwuibezim, was overseeing the rescue efforts by a team of members of the Red Cross, medical personnel, and volunteers. Our correspondent, Esther Asanya, tells us more.
3 ambulances and 2 evacuator machines were on ground to assist the rescue efforts. At the time of this report, ABS confirmed that one of the 3 persons trapped in the debris has been rescued. Speaking to the ABS in an interview, the member representing Onitsha South 2 in Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Jude Umennajiego, described the incident as sad and unfortunate, but thank God that there was no casualties. Honorable Umennajiego promised that investigation and tests will be conducted in the integrity of the materials used in the building to ascertain the cause of the collapse and to determine the consequences.
It's a very sad and unfortunate situation. And what I can say is just now I can see that rescue effort is going on to rescue the people that are trapped there. Subsequently, the necessary steps will be taken to ensure that the integrity of the building was okay, to know the cause of the collapse and then know the consequences.
On his part, the member representing Onitsha North 1 constituency in the State House of Assembly, Honorable Justice Azuka, commended Governor Soludo for being on ground to oversee rescue operations. He, however, frowned at the quality of work done by the contractors and regretted the incident level of building collapse in the state.
The advice to our engineers, let them do the right thing. The rate of building collapsing these days is quite painful. So I plead with our engineers to do the right thing.
Rescue operations continued at the scene of the incident as efforts to rescue the 2 remaining trapped victims alive intensified, with the Governor and Commissioner for Youth Development, Mr. Patrick Ayamba, overseeing the exercise. Esther Asanya, ABS News.
The Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention has warned the public of increasing trend of cholera cases across the country as the rainy season intensifies. The agency, in a statement signed by its Director General, Dr. Jidek Idris, said from January 1 to June 11, 2024, a total of 1,141 suspected cases and 6 confirmed cases of cholera with 30 deaths have been reported for 96 local government areas in 30 states. The NCDC listed the 10 states that contributed 90% to the burden of cholera as Bayelsa, Zamfara, Abia, Cross River, Bauchi, Delta, Katsina, Imo, Nasarawa, and Lagos. It, however, stated that a multi-sectoral national cholera technical working group led by the center and comprising the Federal Ministries of Environment and Water Resources, the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, the World Health Organization, and the United Nations Children's Fund and other partners had been providing support to the affected states. A senior Kenyan police officer has been shot dead after he opened fire at a magistrate in court in the capital, Nairobi. The chief inspector opened fire on Makadara Principal Magistrate Monica Kivuti shortly after she made a ruling in case reportedly involving his wife. The officer is said to have been angered by the court's decision to cancel her bail after she had absconded. The officer, identified as Samson Kipruto, who is in charge of a police station in Londiana in western Kenya, then pulled out a gun and shot at the magistrate, injuring her. Other officers in court responded immediately, with one of them shooting the offending policeman and killing him. In the process, 3 other officers were injured, a police report said. The magistrate and injured officers are being treated in hospital. And then in sports, Nigeria's Super Falcons retained 36th position in the latest FIFA women ranking released yesterday. Randy Waldrum's side also maintained top position in Africa. Bayana of South Africa stayed in 2nd position on the continent and are ranked 51st in the world. The Atlas Lionesses of Morocco, who are the 3rd highest ranked team in Africa, sit in the 56th position. World champions La Roja of Spain consolidated on their position as the #1 team in the world. And that's the news this morning. Thanks for joining us. But remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by following us on Facebook at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/ABS Television. Okay. You can follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV and on our website at www.absradiotv.com. Before we go, here are the main points again. We told you that the governor's wife, Mrs. Soludo, has enrolled over 1,000 persons with special needs into the Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme. We also told you that the Anambra State House of Assembly has praised Governor Soludo's road infrastructural development. The NCDC has also warned Nigerians against rising cholera cases, as Kenyan policeman has shot a magistrate, injuring her. And that's the news this morning. Remember that Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's continue to give him maximum support for the task ahead. I am David Abokwasile, thanking you for joining us on the news.